Good evening, everyone, and happy Mother's Day. Y'all know I kind of want to sing a song or something, but I didn't come up with one. So we are here. My sister just chuckled at me and rolled her eyes, and that's fine. This is who I am, the host with the most. Anyway, you are. If you are on, you are watching the Nailed It Motherhood Mother's Day check in because today is about us and all of our fabulosity. And I wanted to just do a nightcap and kind of get a feel for how everybody's Mother's Day has gone. And, if this was something that we were really looking forward to, or if we were kind of like, it's another day, or, what that day looked like. So I invited some of my homegirls, my sister and my cousin. I invited someone else, and I'm hoping that she pops on at any point because she'll add some real great context to our conversation. But otherwise, it's all good. We're going to have a good time. This is girls' night. We just chatting it up. So I want to welcome our guests to the stage. And before we do that, I want to ask them two questions. The first question is, can you tell us your name? And the second question is, how many children do you have? So whoever wants to start, we have Tasha and we have Janine on the screen.
Janine, you could go first.
Hey everyone, I'm Janine and I am the mother of three beautiful girls and a fur baby. I got a dog.
And I am Tasha, and I am the mother of one beautiful girl.
We have all girl moms
Yeah.
on the call today. I am Tamara, or Tammy, as my close guests know me. And I have one daughter who you all get to listen to and hear about often. So today's not really about me, it's about what is going on with the people. How was your day? How did you celebrate your Mother's Day? Before we get into the actual questions and the conversation, I do want to just ask my beautiful guest if you could pick one word to describe motherhood, what would it be? Don't tell us why, just tell us what. One word to describe motherhood, what would it be?
Can I give a phrase?
See?
Just listen. Just
I
listen. Just listen.
see?
Russian roulette.
Okay, I'll take it.
Um, Confusing. I'll be lost.
AF.
That part. So now I actually have to come up with a word. I asked the question, but don't necessarily have a word. My word is amusement.
Yeah.
Amusement. It's like a roller coaster over here. It's a thrill park.
Yeah.
So before we get into the questions, let's just kind of describe our children and then we'll talk about how they honored us today. So do y'all want me to go first or do you want to go? Do one of you want to go first?
I can go. So I said I have three girls. My oldest, who is 14, I kind of compare her to Hillary Banks. It's all about the bank rolls, the credit cards, the high end things. So that is Hillary Banks. She is in her own world. Then I have my middle child who is 10, and she is like the motherboard, the deaconess. She holds the fork down. If I can't mother that day, she's definitely gonna step up and mother. She has the leadership and all of that. And then I have my little one who is 8, and she is Kevin Hart all day. Jokes, laughs. She is such a vibe to be around, and she keeps the house going. So yeah, I would say
I
that.
would agree with you, Janine. I would totally agree with you on all three. You nailed it. You know what you're doing.
It's crazy. And today it started off with an argument, one being left behind for church. Yeah, they're in there working on their little Mother's Day gift. Yeah, I had to leave the oldest one. She was at her. So she got left behind and we tried again for dinner, for lunch after church to see if she was ready to participate. But they had their cards ready and things like that, their homemade cards. So yeah, today was just a
Nice.
typical day. And
That's
So,
cute. Left behind.
not left
Tasha,
behind.
how
Oh, so
would
you
you
want me to
explain
explain my
your
child?
daughter?
So if there was a poster kit for Sagittarius, I was going to say Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, it would be her. Um,
Go
and
ahead,
today,
show your face, honey.
I
come
know
here,
she's right there.
come
I
here,
know she's right there.
real quick. Come here. No, I need to get in the shower. Now she got to get in the shower.
Do that, boo, because you've been biking all weekend. Do that.
So
Mhm.
yeah, today was a typical day. I actually didn't realize that it was Mother's Day till like last week. So I worked. And Ryan was on her first cycling trip. She left on Friday and they were doing 150 miles between today and Friday. So yeah, I went on to work. She was on her trip. She did send me a heartfelt message though, and I cried at work.
I know I've seen it.
I
Beautiful.
did too.
I said, "No, you didn't use chat."
Did she really use chat?
She don't even got it on her phone.
I was like,
I was about to say, Harry, you got to
Ryan,
get it done. Get it done. Get that message out there.
chat, tell me how to say I love my mom.
Right.
No, that don't sound like me. I need you to make it a little bit more. No.
It was
Um,
cute.
that is cute. I saw the message too, and it was very sweet. And I was like, look at my niece. That
How
was
do we
so
get her?
precious. What'd you say?
How do we get her?
I know. She's like a teenager and she's got and all of the stuff, like the girls both just did Jay start her period yet?
Yes. And I'm waiting on that middle child. She been rocking the house lately too. I was like, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
I don't even want to talk about it, y'all.
I'm praying for you,
Because
Janine, because you get it 3.
It's terrible. And me and the oldest is like together during the month, and it's like, what the world?
Definitely synced
oh,
up.
y'all are all gonna be synced. All of you.
It's I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. This is craziness over here.
And it's costly. I'm looking. It's just 2 of us.
Yep, very much.
I
Sam
believe in
Club and
that
Costco.
DC.
That's crazy.
But Tavia, I don't sugarcoat anything with her, and I know neither one of y'all sugarcoat anything with your kids. But I noticed some growth, and I should not be saying this out loud, but I'm going to. So I told her, "Oh my God, your boobs are starting to grow," and she took that and ran with it. Now she's like, "Well, Mom, I need a bra." No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't need a bra yet. We're not there. We are not there yet. And
Get her a trainer bra. She went the little sports bras. That's what I did.
Right.
no. And here's why I will not do it. Because I don't want her walking around the house in it. I don't. Because Tavia will put that thing on and poke her little hip out and be like, what? And then I'm gonna have to hurt her. And I want to stay I want to be free. I don't want to be locked up.
Right.
So I'm not going to provoke her to walk around thinking she's grown. She told me a couple weeks ago that she's not a little girl, she's a grown woman.
Oh.
I didn't tell you that, Tasha? Yes, we were it was the weekend of the live event. And I don't know what she was saying, but I was like, little girl. And she was like, I'm not a little girl, I'm a grown woman. I said, Jesus, hold my mule because
girls is special.
I don't even know where she got that from.
Well,
but she meant it. Like she said it with conviction, not playing. She said it like this is what she goes around and tells people and lets them know. Don't step to me. I'm a grown woman. But she's 6. Anyway, so I guess I kind of described my child being a 6-year-old spicy little girl going on 44. I don't know how to describe her in one word, but to say that all of the things Janine described, that is Tavia. All of them. Literally all of them. She is the Hillary Banks when she wants to be. She is really trying to like keep the family together. Hey, Shamika. And then she's also the Kevin Hart. So she's all of them wrapped into one. So there was great timing, Shamika, that you came on, because I was just answering the one question, and I'm going to throw the mic to you. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. I'm going to ask you to tell us how many children you have, and if you could choose one word to describe parenthood, what would it be? I will repeat anything you need, but we welcome you to the show.
I think it might have a little bit of an echo though. I was like listening, but I heard a little extra sound just in case. I don't know. Could be me. But
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so introducing myself. So I always I'm such an introvert that doesn't matter how many times that I do this, I always start getting giddy and shy. But hi, my name is Shamika Frazier. I'm the owner of New Birth Journey. I'm a birth and postpartum doula. I also do a lot of community work within my field or my lane, supporting moms, creating community events where I'm local to. I am local to New Haven, Connecticut, in which I do the community baby showers. I'm one of the curators. It's about 4 of us. So orchestrating, creating it, we've been doing it. We're rolling into our 5th year. It's something that is one of my babies that I love doing, because what we do is supply a lot of free opportunities here to connect with other local medical professionals that are OBGYNs, midwives, nurses. We provide free diapers, wipes, etc. So we give access to the community, which means everything to me being a native to where I'm from. Moving on, I have 3 children, and they're a mess. They range from 17 to 9. I have 2 boys, 1 girl. I love them dearly, but kids be kidding. And what was the other thing? I'm missing one.
If you could describe parenthood in one word, what would it be?
That's hard. Describing parenting in one word. A roller coaster. That would be the word. Roller coaster would just be the word. I think that pretty much just sum up the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, the moment the ride gets smooth and you like, life is great. And then you forgot that dip was way ahead of you. And you like, what is that? Before it goes back down again. So roller coaster would be my word.
I love it. So I said amusement, meaning amusement park.
Yeah.
You and Janine have so much in common, different angles, but definitely like the baby showers and making sure that you're helping families get what they need, supporting them wherever they need. So I think you two should link up later, because you might have some things that you could share with Janine and her program, Justice for Joy, and same vice versa. Janine might be able to share with you. So I think that's awesome that you both are definitely in that realm, trying to support parents. Okay. So with that being said, we have introduced ourselves. Shamika, I have Janine, who's my cousin and the CEO of Justice for Joy. And then Tasha is my sister. She has 1 child. Janine has 3. We're going to have a ball with this conversation. So we're going to jump right in with the first question. And the first question is, what does Mother's Day mean to you? What does Mother's Day mean to you? And I'm going to throw this question in the chat as well for anybody who wants to answer in the chat. What does Mother's Day mean to you? And I'm going to toss the first question. I'm going to give it to Tasha first. Come on off mute, girl.
Who does that? I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but to me, Mother's Day is just another day because I hold it down daily. And I don't know. Sorry again, Debbie Downer moment. I've never had a day where I was fully celebrated as a mother on Mother's Day. And I don't fault my child. She's a child. So I don't, hold that on her. And I gotta think about the decisions I made that led me to this place. So it's just another day for me. And sorry, dark humor. I'm a Dead Parent Society member. So yeah, there we go. It's just another day.
Oh,
She always gotta take it there. Janita's cracking up. And I'm gonna let you answer the question, Janine.
So if I could just copy and paste her, even being married it was just another day. It was never really big celebrated. Now even after divorce is not celebrated because my kids are younger, but they do make me. I just received another paper note. I've been getting notes all day. They tearing that paper up. So, but I love that they're creative, and because they don't have the money or can't go out to the stores, they're in the living room arts and crafting it up. But yeah, it's just another day for me. I'm also part of that society as well. I don't have my mom. I lost her when I was 10. So yeah, I never really celebrated. Even when I was little, of course, I made these cards that my girls are making me now, but now that I know the important role of motherhood, and I can't celebrate the way I would like to, it's just another day. I try to do different things, but it just never works out. So it's just another day.
Just another day that the Lord has kept me.
Right.
Shamika, it's your turn.
Should I say thanks for the spiritual before we?
This is who I am, boo. Welcome.
All right. Mother's Day to me, it means a lot because the foundation of who Shamika is came from some powerful women. My mom, her mom, my great grandma. I was actually fortunate enough to meet my great great grandmother, which is very rare. And I grew up with my great grandparents, then my grandparents, and my mom. But then, to be able to meet my great great grandparent was like insane to me. And I remember being a kid and she was tall and lean and I was like, whoa. I just know her life story is different. But it means a lot, especially because I was a young teen mom too on the other end of it. And I went through hell and high water. To even so I was just like, I'm gonna celebrate me, even if my baby can't afford it. I'm gonna celebrate me. Like this is even and yes, I'm a mother 365. And when do we not stop being parents? Even in the afterlife, we still gonna look through the clouds like, don't touch my baby. So um it means a lot if I can say to me, it kind of beats any certificate, any badge, any diploma, any degree. Being a parent, especially when you're an active parent, it it hits different. That is the first title. Everything you do is about that child. So it's like, yes, it kind of it parallels to me with how people view like Black History Month. Oh, we Black 365. Yes, we are. Okay. But we are extra Black that month. We are extra Black on Juneteenth. So Mother's Day is like, I am an extra mother on Mother's Day. I will get dressed like it's my birthday. I will, because I feel like if no one's gonna celebrate you and give you your flowers, you deserve to give yourself those flowers. You deserve that. You did that. Yeah, that is, we're quick to, we put, I paid for that tuition. I made sure. You sure did. So you deserve a cake. So buy you one, and buy you one you like. Because if you depend on everybody else to buy you the cake, it might be the wrong one. So buy you the cake you like. Wear what you want to wear. Be happy, frolic. For all I care. Go to a beach and just run. I don't know. Do something. Do something for you because this is your moment where you get to be extra. Like really, really just unapologetically extra. Honor yourself, honor the women around you that you do mesh well with, that have paved the way. I'll honor your fellow sisters and stuff like that. So your fellow friends. I literally at my house we just did moo that's why I have one on mimosas and mamas. And it was my friends who happened to be able to come, who are all moms. We all had on our moo we had mimosas. We had a good time. We laughed. We hugged each other, shared stories, but this is necessary. This what makes Mother's Day. And days ahead, I went, got my mom a gift. I got my kids grandmother a gift. Me and their father is not together, but I still was just like, hey, you played a part and they're growing. Here you go. Got y'all a gift, got y'all up out the way because I knew Sunday was my day and I was gonna cut up. It means a lot. It means everything you are as a woman, especially a Black woman, your story. We are losing mothers on another level, where some aren't making it off the birthing table. So why not celebrate it? And then when you do leave this earth and it's your time, this is also kind of what our daughters will see. Should I celebrate myself on Mother's Day? Because we leave these imprints behind. We don't think about them because we feel what we feel in the moment. And I'm always a big fan of feel your feelings, but don't forget to honor and love yourself as well too. So as much as we are Mama's 365, be an extra mother. Like today, right before I answered your call, my kid's father called and, oh, I got this complaint. I said, it's Mother's Day. Can you figure this out on your own? He was like, oh, I was like, yeah, all right, goodbye. Well, sorry, hit the red button. Because this is our day. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I'm thankful for it. I enjoy Father's Day too. I had amazing grandfathers, okay, and a great father. So because of that, I enjoy these holidays to section out and put extra sprinkle on you. You're amazing. You're a mother. You laid down. You gave birth. You risked your life. And every single day you risk your life, the stress levels of parenting, your heart, your brain, we killing ourselves, we are sacrificing. Yeah, you deserve a party. You deserve a Martian being, glitter popping out, all kind of crazy stuff. You do. You deserve that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. I love that. I love that. So I am on the fence. Like my sister and like my cousin, obviously I'm a part of the DMS. And so she's on mute and she's correcting me. The Dead Mother
Oh,
Society.
no. I'm sorry. It's the Dead Parent Society, but specifically a dead mother.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm a part of the DPS. And Mother's Day has always been hard for me. Because I was always like, before I was a parent, because I was like, I don't feel like being around people who are happy with their parents. And being in ministry at church, it was always, people would be like, Happy Mother's Day. And I'm like, I'm not a mom, but you're a youth leader. So you're their mom. It's fine. You're the mother of the village. And I'm just like, calm down. Y'all know I'm not and I was just mean. And people were like, you can come over for dinner. And I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't want to hang out with you while y'all all smile and celebrate your families. And I'm over here missing my mom. So it changed, obviously, whenever I became a mom. And now that Tavia is she's really big on calendars and she's really big on time. So she's like, how many days until Mother's Day? So I was able to get a little homemade gift. They gave jewelry, heart, like a dish, and they did the epoxy over some designs that Tavia was able to draw on there. Yeah. And the wrapping paper was brown wrapping paper with she colored on it. So I was like really careful trying to open it up, because when you open up the picture, she had me on there. She had this big heart on there. The heart was bigger than the people. And she was like, that's because I love you. And I'm just like, my girl will initiate the I love you in a heartbeat, okay? So it was a point where I was like, okay, girl, I love you too. Like, calm down. But now that she's older, she doesn't say it as much. So I make sure I'm like, I love you too, Tom. Even whenever she's being, I don't want to say bad, but even whenever she's bringing my anxiety levels up higher than they should, and the cortisol sits here. I mean, anywho, I also struggle with Mother's Day. I struggle because it's always around my birthday and prom. So it's always a competing day. And I always had to share something like, this is for your birthday and your prom, or now this is for your birthday and Mother's Day. And I make it very clear, those are two separate days, two separate celebrations. Even if they are on the same day, I want two separate celebrations, because I am a mother, but I'm also a human. And I think that they should be considered separate. So I'm very clear about, this is what I want. So make sure I feel special on those days or that weekend or whatever. But I did want to bring up that I recently came across a video, and I have not found it again for this show, but I recently came across a video about when Mother's Day was founded. It was initially supposed to be for the purpose of advocacy and mothers really just being strong in their presence of motherhood, and like a social justice kind of day. And it turned into the commercial day. So the person who, and I'll find the information and put it in the description or in the comments after we're done recording. But the person who created Mother's Day did not end up liking Mother's Day for what it became, because it became this big thing of, we're going to spend all this money, we're going to really commercialize the holiday so that it became a profit. So Shamika, I like what you said, because it kind of reminded me of the initial reason for Mother's Day. Question for you. I'm about to cough, so I'm trying to ask the question and then get on mute. What was your favorite part of the day? What was your favorite part of the day?
I would say just being at church, getting my emotions together, being grounded, hearing some uplifting truth, and being able to be there with my girls. So yeah, it was rough. It was rough, but I was very intentional about getting up and making it to church. I didn't want to at first, but I was like, this is where I need to be. Yeah, just to feel a little bit on the positive side for today. Yep.
Anyone else? I know Shamika talked about her moo-moos and mimosas, which I loved. Tasha, go ahead.
So my favorite part was picking my daughter up, because she's been gone since Friday. And she's never been away from me with people I don't know. If she went away, it was either with my grandparents or with Tammy, but that's it, or with my other sister when I was gone. So I was just excited to pick her up. Like, she doesn't even know I tweak her real bad. Like, I told her, like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Like, you don't even know. So yeah, and just hearing her excitement about it, her trip, because I told her, like, you're doing something that I didn't think Black people did. Everybody that went was Black, and she really enjoyed it, and she wants to go back in the summer. And I said, I love that for you, and I'm gonna support you from the sidelines, not on that trail, but the sidelines.
Girl, you gonna get on that bike one day. We're about to start our weight
I'm
loss
gonna get
challenge.
on a bike, but as far as riding a bike 150 plus miles, no.
You can do it. Your daughter did it. You can
She
do
did,
it.
and I love that for her.
You can walk the other half if you can't ride the
150 miles. He was talking about the hills and everything. She said, yeah, I had to put my gear in high. And I said, well, baby, I got a lot of weight. So when we going down that hill, I'm going to fly down the hill. I'm going
to get Go ahead, Shamika.
So as I mentioned, I had a few of my friends come over, and we had It was a collaborative thought because another friend of mine was just like, "Would you mind having people at your house?" And I was like, "Who the people?" So, so she was like, "I'm a cook," and I said, "You might have something on your hands, but who's the people?" I was like, "You could pick." So I picked a couple of ladies, and then it came out. So it ended up great. I do a lot of work with them too outside of just our friendship, but we have a business relationship as well. So it made it even more fun, and made our relationship with each other as a sisterhood a lot deeper. So, and I love that because I have a male dominated family. I have more male cousins, uncles, my dad, everybody. Like I'm just outnumbered. A lot of even the small selection of women in our family and young, young ladies, all of that, we are just outnumbered. That's my first two kids, boys. Like we just outnumbered. With that being said, though, I never really had a full idea of what sisterhood was because I'm the oldest of two younger sisters who I am 7 and 14 years apart from. So I'm like, yeah, there's a big age difference there, life experience there. Like I'm coming out the phase where people were still doing the Cabbage Patch to the chicken head, and then y'all over here doing TikTok dances. Like we are
Right.
different.
Yeah.
With that being said, being around others like I said, like minds, was exciting to again to talk about motherhood, to talk about the differences between I have a married friend and friends who just divorced, in relationships, single. So just having that dynamic, what does that look like for you? What does parenting what that look like for you? Just being able to build and then even talk about further plans for business or collaborative things. It's always good and refreshing, especially when you start finding or attracting those type of people around you to be able to let your hair down and be kind of share all different versions of you amongst the table. Because if you listen to the conversations, you'll find yourself in some of the dialogue, like, oh snap, that there go my business, my friend. That's why you my friend. There go, oh, we got them boys. That's whatever, whatever. So it was really cool to just have that moment. Plus, my kids were gone for the weekend, and as much as I miss them dearly, I'm just like, hallelujah! I'm so happy to have a clean house. I'm so happy to not be picking up fruit snack wrappers everywhere
Right.
right now, and I could just have a overdue moment for me to just be like, woof, and then enjoy some gal time and in the comfort of my space. So it's just like,
Right.
I don't have to do too much. And we're all adults. We're going to clean up behind ourselves. So it's nothing really for me to clean. So it's just like, wins across the board. I am a happy person right now.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to answer the question and then I have a question for you, a follow up question for you, and I'll explain it when I ask it. So, my favorite part of the day, I had to figure out which question we were on. My favorite part of the day was my dinner because I had no idea what I wanted for Mother's Day. Let me start by saying my baby picked out my gift, and
Mhm.
I love my man, love him to pieces, but he's not very strong with picking out gifts. And he will, and I had to tell him once, he might be mad at me, but I had to tell him once, don't give me any more purses because name brand or whatever, it's just not, that's not my thing. I'm not a big name brand person and I'm not a big purse person. So I need you to be a little bit more thoughtful. And my baby went with him to pick out the gift. And I love husband pillows. And I joke around, I said, that's my husband. Um, but Tavia went and picked out my little husband pillow and got me some face like hydraulic mask under the eye stuff. And she used her own money to contribute to my gift. I found out because she just really wants to burn a hole in that little wallet that she has full of cash. I mean, it's full of cash. She and Ryan are very, very selfish with their money. They just collect, collect, collect. And then they'd be like,
And
"Can I
ask and
get
ask and
what is your
ask.
money?" And ask and ask and ask. But like the good thing is the difference between them and us is they're gonna have money at some like they're gonna have money starting off
Oh,
adulthood, and
absolutely.
we had to get out of the red before we could see the money. So I just love the fact that she was so vocal in making sure that she was a part of my gift giving. And then I didn't know what I wanted for dinner, but I was like, I want shrimp and grits. And so Dee made me some shrimp and grits, and they were delicious. So I was very happy with my dinner choice and the love that was behind the dinner. We're still working on, making me feel more special, but he definitely puts his all into it. So I do appreciate that. So follow-up question for you, Shamika, because the three of us are all girl moms. Um, our family is a family of women. Like I am one of four
Oof.
girls. Janine was an only child, but she has three girls. And so when we all get together, it's all girls. We got the two, all of our kids together, plus the five of us. And usually any other cousins that are around is just women. There's never like we never have to think about what are the men gonna do because it's all women. But you also had a teen pregnancy. So when did you get to experience that sisterhood since you were a teen pregnant mom?
Um, so it was on and off. Throughout my life. I'll say it's more stable now. The on and off was because we were a majority of my friends I had at that time were very young. I actually still thankfully am blessed to have two like sturdy childhood friends where those are like my sisters before my actual sisters were born. Like them are my left and right hand riders right there. So but outside of them, it was on and off because there was a lot of I was kind of like becoming the black sheep in a sense because it's like, oh, you the girl with the kids. And I only have one kid, so you the girl with the baby. Like, yeah, my daughter don't need to be around you. You gonna influence her. So a lot of the friends I had, their families was kind of trying to, I guess, protect the influence around them and kind of keep them away, or if things have become limited, or the struggles that I will go through too. Like, yeah, trying to go. So here they had clubs for 16-year-olds. So they try to go club and sneak in and do what teens do, get into stuff. And I'm like, I gotta breastfeed. Y'all have fun. And they like, that's crazy. You breastfeeding? I mean, that's nice. That's a good thing, but wow. Like you're a mom. And I'm like, yeah. So can't go. Um, but a lot of even though I had a real supportive aunt and I could have easily been like, hey auntie, I wanna do this, and she was like, okay baby, go ahead. I still was like, no, I want to be next to my baby. So it got in the way of certain friendships, especially building as we develop as younger women at that time, to the point when I hit my 20s all the way, probably getting close to my 30s, but that whole time frame started to shift between who was my friend, who wasn't, because different phases, different people, different faces, different levels of life. Then going from one child to two to three, different actual romantic relationships happening, working, not working out. So that friend dynamic, because my friends are still transitioning. Most of my friends didn't really start having their kids until like 23, 22. By then I was like on baby 2, almost 3. And they like, oh, you a wife and a mother now. And I'm like, there was never a ring. Like, guys, I can go be outside. They're like, no, you can't. So it changed a lot, and me being a natural introvert, it kind of heightened that a lot because I'm like, I'm already introverted. So I felt like if you were my friend, I'm letting you in to me and my world because I'm very closed off, very protective of myself. Where I stay in my shell, I'm like a turtle, stay in my shell. So if I let you in my shell to come sit on the couch, let's be cool about it. What with the transitions of my life, they like, this is your life, your transitions. I'm not about to stop doing what I'm doing. Rightfully so. So I lost a lot of friends to a degree, and some people I found out wasn't really my friend. I found out, a lot of different things about jealousy, envious, or I end up having a family that they didn't have. Like it just was a lot of all over the place. So I was just like, you know what? Just me and my turtle shell is just fine. I'm good. And then when my relationship ended with my kid's father, I really went into a turtle shell. And it really was like, what y'all knocking at my door for? Remember? Like I was the outcast. Like why y'all over here? Because now they like, oh, I got questions about, now I have a toddler. I have this. What's going on? Could you help me? And I'm like, because when I had a toddler, like, so where was the support? Where was the love? Where was the having my back? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I don't come from a place of just leaving you for dead and leaving you behind. In the sense of, I'm very much, my dad he was Southern raised. So he's very much, we love each other. My mom is very opposite of that. So with that being said, it's just like being very close knit to my dad. I learned you have friends, family, etc., and you really rock with them. You love them. You have their back. You don't have to agree with all that they do, of course, and you let them know, hey, that's not cool. As long as it's not, directly harmful or nothing massive, you can rock with them. Okay, well, shoot, they like the color green, you like the color blue. So what? That don't mean don't be friends. And I'm just like, my life is transitioning, but rather if it's gonna happen when I was a teen or much later in life, it was gonna transition because I knew I wanted to have children at some point in my life. So my thing is with me having children now, I'm not a friend no more. You can't be around me no more. I'm just a straight up outcast. I'm this and that. Or when I had a very long relationship with my last two, their dad, now I can't be around y'all because I have, I guess, this family dynamic going on. Y'all not ready for that, which is cool. But that don't mean, again, keep throwing me to the wayside. And then when all of that is gone, now it's like, oh, well, could you help me with my kid? It's like, I don't even know who you are at this stage in your life anymore.
Right.
So as that happened, I found myself by myself and I was just like, honestly, this is not bad because this is what I can manage. Later, I became a doula. And once I started becoming a doula, initially, I was just like, I don't know these folks. And in my state, it's predominantly more white doulas than there are Black ones. So I was just like, I don't always want to go to their like little shindigs. Where's my people? Like, and eventually, once I was able to start attracting those around me who had the same type of career and also either had kids themselves or whatever, it brought us closer. And as we begin to develop and be around each other and do collabs on things, it started to build more outward where I was just like, oh, like, so two women could be in the same room and get along? What? They do that around here? And I've heard of, friendships and sisterhoods and things like that. And I had my two left and right hands, but they moved out of state. So they wasn't directly here. So I'm like, I'm going through stuff, but y'all kind of left me butt naked out here. Like, it's just me. Yeah, heifers went south and left me. So, but I was still a part of their kids coming into the world and stuff like that. And because I'm on the phone with them, but it's different because we're not in person. And so I'm like, when I got to build those in-person relationships, I was just like, oh, snap. And then I have my younger sisters who we had, because of me being so young and out the house so early, it caused a rift with my direct sisters too. So, and I'm the oldest. So with that, they're like, well, where's my sister? I want to build this relationship with you. And I was working to build a relationship with them, but it's different because one was just a teen herself at the time. The other one is still little, preteen stages. Like, you want a color, girl, I gotta go to Walmart and get this infant. Like, I don't got time. I'm trying to play action figures later. Like, what's going on? Um, and so it was many differences with us having the 7 year and then the 14-year difference on top of my very close friends being out of state, all these transitions going on when I finally become a doula and I start attracting other women around me who happen to kind of somewhat be on the same, if not exactly the same wavelength. I'm like, oh my God, you guys exist. Like, I do exist, like the Christmas commercial. So it became really enjoyable, but it was really hard at first because it's like you're learning to trust again and then trust another woman with your emotions and mental as well, where you've been so closed off from what that feels like to have a sisterhood and a direct sister, especially close to your age bracket, along your path, when you have been doing things for so long. So building that trust, like, oh, I could really tell you I'm having a hard day without regretting the fact that I told you I had a hard day. I really could just let my hair down and just be me. And we're okay with that. We actually align naturally. Oh, wow. Like, okay, so this is where I started to learn the term safe spaces and feeling more safe and more comfortable in the company of women, where I was just like, oh, these kind of relationships do exist, especially working directly with women as a doula and having clients. I don't mind loving you. I don't mind nurturing you. I don't mind rubbing your belly. I don't mind making you tea. I don't mind doing none of that things because I'm a lover girl at heart. So this is natural to me. Also how I grew up with my grandparents. Um, but actually being able to have those own partnerships myself, I was just like, oh, snap, this is a different way of friendship that I just wasn't used to. So I could call you when these kids getting on my nerve and just be like, oh God, what do I do? Like, wow. So it kind of lit up my world and added to the development of me, which also revealed too, on the flip side of it, of how much inner healing that I needed to work through as well for myself. And my last baby is a girl. So for my daughter too, I thought of the dynamic I had with my mom, which was a bit oil and water, but it spilt over into how you out here just loving on all these women, developing all these relationships, but you still have a little bit of anger brewing up in your system and you don't know why. And it kind of catapult me to go even deeper into therapy and different therapeutic methods as well, but because I wanted to continue to have healthy friendships with other women where I'm not gonna be, necessarily that person that's like, oh, I need to stay away from y'all. Like one flinch and it's over. Where it's just like we can have that dialogue, we can actually disagree and work through it and still have a healthy relationship with each other as sisters and be like, you still my sister. Hey, I ain't agree. And we don't have to necessarily be blood to do it. We could, but we don't have to. It opened up a whole new world and it actually improved my business even more in the relationships I was able to build on a business level, client level, where I feel even more relaxed. I was already relaxed and I felt like, this is what I do because I love it. But now it's more like, hey girl, like, what could I do for you versus hi, I'm a doula. I'm here to help you. Da-da-da-da. More commercial sounding versus more like, hey, how you feeling today? Because even some have pulled me to the side and was just say, this may get on my nerves. And I'm like, okay, how do we navigate this? How you want to do this, girl? Let me know. Let me know what we doing. And I love it. Go ahead.
You said a lot, and I wanna ask some questions tagging on to what you said to Janine and Tasha. This was not a part of the original plan, but you said a lot that kind of made me wonder. So I posted the question in the chat, and I want to know for Janine and for Tasha, did you find sisterhood changing through the different phases of your life and motherhood, kind of like Shamika just walked us through?
I don't think so. Kind of the people that I have in my circle or my sisterhood has been there before kids. Um, and I've gained more along the way. There's maybe like two of friends that um our friendship is a little different because they're single without kids. So our lifestyle is a little bit different, but we still keep in touch. But no, I'm fortunate enough to say that my sisterhood has grown. It's still a tight circle, but it has grown in different seasons of my life. But I have a pretty strong village sisterhood, and I know I'll be working them overtime. Overtime. I said, when I get rich, don't worry, I'm bringing y'all along because I owe y'all big time. So yeah, no, my sisterhood, it has grown within different seasons of my life.
Tasha?
Kind of piggybacking a little bit different than, but piggybacking kind of what Janine said. I think that my sisterhood has shifted based on people's seasons. And when their season is done, it's done, and I just have to let that be that. But another thing I will say for like me and Tammy, I think that motherhood helped bring us closer, and I love that for us.
I love that for us too. No, I would have to agree with that. Shamika's story reminded me of the different phases of my life. And so, for the most part, I don't know if it was motherhood that shifted those phases, but just the stages of life, because I had Tavia later in life. I had Tavia when I was 32. So very different than all three of you who are raising teenage kids and had your kids a little bit earlier, closer to the
Whoa,
20s.
preteen, please don't
Almost,
age me
almost,
over.
almost a
Not yet.
teenager. I mean, she's
It's,
almost there.
it's coming. Yep.
She's
6
doing
months.
teenage things, cycling for a whole weekend. So we're there. But I had her a little bit later. So I've had a lot of friendships that were already up and down, shifting based on the things that were happening in my life. But motherhood actually strengthened some friendships for me that I was actually shocked about. And then made me realize that that friendship or those friendships are like solid, and we would make it through a lot more. And that person would know who I'm talking about. And so I think that person and a couple other people around, similar to those people, but that one particular person and I have very, very much strengthened our relationship. Um, and I'll just say it because they saw it all. They were in the delivery room. So the relationships have shifted, but maybe not necessarily in a bad way because of motherhood. So I thought Shamika's share was very interesting because just of the stages that we all kind of walked into motherhood, but also the different career changes. I think that contributes to the different friendships and whether or not they will withstand certain storms as well. I think it's just very interesting. So I'm going to end us on one question, and then we're going to just do a round out and let everybody know how we can connect with each other. And I have a couple announcements before we go. So my question is, and I'll throw it to Janine because I see you on the screen the largest right now. What do you wish someone understood about your motherhood today? Not necessarily Mother's Day, but your motherhood. What do you wish someone understood about your motherhood today? Shantae, before you answer that question, Shantae is in the chat and she said, I was there. She was there. She saw it all.
Oh, she's
She
there.
reminded me last weekend that she saw it all. All right, go ahead.
I wish that people knew that my journey is different, is unique, is not traditional. It's my own. Um, and that I'm going through it. Um, Yeah, it's just different. I think everybody thinks that motherhood is supposed to look the same. You're supposed to boom, 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 follow all these steps. But sometimes it can knock you off your feet. You can be on different paths. But my motherhood is different. It suits me, my mental health. So I have to move different. I had to accept that. Like, okay, you're a little different. You're a little off. You know, some things happen in life that kind of just took you, a different route. But just doing what makes me happy and what brings me peace and what brings me joy, just trying to find that after, losing my mom and going through divorce. I just know that my life is just a little bit different and I'm embracing it. I do love it. And it's hard to explain to other people, but yeah, I'm just on my own journey.
Awesome. Thank you for your response. Shamika, what do you wish someone understood about your motherhood today?
Um, that is for sure a roller coaster. Even though some things look polished, sometimes they're not. And sometimes when things look chaotic, they're actually polished. It's my pretty mess. So two things can exist at once. You can be sliding down the wall, starting your day and being like, F this, F everybody. And when I go home, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm gonna close the door and whatever. And then really end up the day laughing until your stomach hurt because these kids is fools. Like some of the stuff they say, the dance moves they learn, whatever. And you're just like, I love this life.
You're right.
Two things can exist at once, and it's absolutely okay. Oh, being a parent, period, is just a roller coaster. A active, involved parent is, because there's differences, but being an active, involved parent, you are definitely on a roller coaster ride. It is definitely your roller coaster ride and your seatbelt. But at the same time, I do want to remind all parents, especially moms, give yourself some grace. It's okay to scream. It's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to say, this is how what's going to happen. And everything go the opposite way. It is okay. We learn to pivot. We learn to adjust. We learn to keep moving, especially us BIPOC moms, us Black moms. Why it's in our DNA to pivot. If you think of where our ancestors and then came from to who we are today, they had to pivot, they had to adjust, they had to. So it's gonna hurt sometimes. It's gonna feel like hell sometimes, but heaven does exist. Sun does come out. So don't just let your moment by moment be discouraging, but continue to feel encouraged, and take the little bit of joy and keep it put it in your back pocket as much as possible. Like if all you did was laugh one time today, that's it. Just putting it. This is my laugh for the day. No one gets to have this piece of joy because sometimes you need that to continue to move forward. So I guess I will sum it up is it's a roller coaster. That is okay. Get you a good seatbelt and just ride. Just ride. Pray. Hold your head in between your knees. However you deal with a roller coaster. But just ride, and you don't really have to explain nothing to nobody, especially nobody who ain't paying your bills and take care of these kids. So you don't have to really explain nothing to nobody. Sit back, enjoy the ride, and at least you know you're not on a roller coaster by yourself. Them kids is right with you in the other seats with their hands up.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
that would be my words.
Thank you for that. I love it. Tasha, what do you wish someone understood about your motherhood today?
I wish that people understood that I parent for the child that I have in the season that we're in with an unwritten manual.
Ooh, where's my microphone?
Girl.
Drop it.
That's
Um,
just a lot of trial and
that's
error.
that part, and that's the direction I was going to go with what I wish people understood about my motherhood, that I'm learning probably more than my child is learning. um, she teaches me new things all the time. She teaches me new ways to parent her, but she more than anything makes me get on my knees and really pray and really ask God for guidance about how to raise the person that he put in my path. so that she is walking a path that leads back to him. And yeah, so for me, my motherhood is really a schooling session for me, because I will never have the answers, which is why I created Nailed It Motherhood podcast, because I can talk to other mothers who have gone through those things and might be able to give me some inkling of what they were able to do. But it also truly, truly has drawn me back to God and reminds me of why I even exist, and that I have to continue to rely on Him to raise her the right way. So, with that being said, I thank all of you for showing up today for our Mother's Day check-in. I thank you, Shantae, for being on the call. We see you in the chat. We appreciate your true support. You always support me, and you always support the show, and we see you. I also just want to, this is going to be out there, and I hope that anybody can glean from it, from our conversation. I think that I would like to do more things like this to engage with people in real time, just because I think that that's what's going to build the community that I'm trying to build with Nailed It Motherhood. But before I go, I'm going to ask you all how you want people to connect to you, but I'm going to put in the chat my new school. I don't know if you've all heard of Skool, Skool, but I have started a school, and I would love for you to join. You could either join for free and just get, encouragement and posts and kind of knowings of what's going on, or you could subscribe monthly for $5 a month. And that will allow you to access some deeper conversations, some classes that I have to plan, that I plan to have, one being on identity, one being on raising a child before 7 and making sure that we're building confidence in that child, because that's when children are really, really kind of challenged by other people's identity. And then some other things, like if you ever missed our live episodes, you'll get access to that by subscribing and things like that. So I would love if you join. Thank you, Shantae, for joining. I appreciate it. Share the link, because I think that this is going to be the community that I've been thinking about building, but it's now time for me to go ahead and release. So do that. Hop on Nailed It Motherhood Shop so you can get your journal, your This Mama Is Nailing It journal. I believe, and Tasha, I'm sorry, I don't have a quote from you, but I think I have one from Janine and Shamika in here. So if you haven't gotten your journey, your This Mama Is Nailing It journal, you can do that on my Nailed It Motherhood shop. You're in version 2 though, don't worry, boo. And with that being said, I would love for you all to wrap us up by telling people how they can get to know you or follow you. And then we will head on out. And thank you all. Happy Mother's Day again. Whoever wants to start, how can we follow you?
For easy, you can follow me on Facebook on Facebook, Janine Renee. When you go to my page, I do have a pin link tree that will take you to the many different sides of my world and myself. So yeah, you can follow me on Facebook once again at Janine Renee. And thank you, Tammy.
And book her when you need your hair slayed.
Yes.
Book her,
Yep.
boo.
Thank you. Thank you.
I also put Justice for Joy in there.
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm on Facebook. It's just Tasha Eldridge.
Not just Tasha Eldridge, the Tasha Eldridge.
You can hear my stories about motherhood and school life.
Yes. Motherhood, and she is in school, y'all. She's going to get her
school life means being the student and working in a school. It's two different.
Oh. Hats off to you.
Right.
Ooh.
Shamika, how can we follow you?
Yes. You can find me at newbirthjourney.com, which is just my website. At the very bottom of the page, links you right to my IG, which is it's a doula journey. I know I have a TikTok and a IG. So one is it's a doula journey. The other one is it's a birth journey. Either one, you can start on my main page, which is newbirthjourney.com, and you will find me at either one.
Awesome. Well, if you have enjoyed this, please like it, share it after we are done recording and it is accessible to you. We want people to start to really become a part of the Nailed It Motherhood community. It's not just a podcast, but it is a village. So thank you again. Happy Mother's Day to you beautiful ladies on stage and in the audience.
Thank
And
you.
you all have. Thank you. Everybody have a great night. Smooches.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Mother's
Good
Day.
night.
Day.
Oh, right.